What is up, YouTube? It is Matty, and it is 7:48. I'm not going to say ho to YouTube. 7:48 a.m. Nice and early for me. I've got up before the kids so I can do a quick recap for you. I haven't told the clan I'm going to do a shout out. I know it's old school, but sometimes I just like to be random and throw something like that in. But yeah, it's a war recap, and I've got a really good one for you. Brian Van in the clan has helped me choose the bases to show this war, choosing the best raids, and there's one of mine that I haven't shown on a live attack because I couldn't be asked to do it live, which I should have because I got the 3. And there's also something special to show you on the versus the Town 10s as well, which is nice. So let's jump right in and have a little look. It's the war versus best bro. I think the best of Korea, who I must say weren't the best of Korea, because if they were, that was that would have been embarrassing for him. I think a lot of their attacks were lost due to the update. You know, when it wiped the replays, so unfortunately we're going to have to miss a war, but as you saw, the score was ridiculous, so it was just a no contest. Same like this one. So it was this is a out of 90 stars they were unavailable. There were 8 Town Hall 10s, so we achieved our goal. 2-starred all the 10s and 3-starred all the 9s. So that is the first and foremost goal that we try to achieve every war. We're not the sort of clan that just hits Town Hall 10 trips every war. We're just not there yet. Obviously, it's what we're aiming towards. But yeah, you know, this is our first and foremost goal, and if we can achieve that and we hit a loss from it, that's fine. We accept that as long as we achieve our primary goal. Anyway, there are quite a few recaps, quite a few videos we're going to cover in this recap. I'm just going to get myself ready, which I now am. And we're going to kick it off with number 28 with Charizard, one of the best Pokemon, I must say. But yeah, he's doing a Go-Ho-Wee-Wee, so using a couple of hogs. I must say this, guys, when the clan castle is so easy to pull like that. He's pulling down south because he's got witches. He's going to do an old school kill squad, which isn't a thing, but I would have probably poisoned them as soon as they came out. But I suppose he wants to get them moving down the bottom. He's probably going to complement the poisoning, or does he even need to use the poison? Is the other question, because he's using the old school witches, so they're not gonna damage them at all. So he could save that poison spell for skeletons, which would be a good thing to do. He's just got to hope that the golem, the balloons didn't get a chance to use the drop. He's using perfect funneling, absolutely great. The king's going in. Look, nice jump spell as well. So this is textbook raiding. This is like what we used to see months ago, but using that old school kill squad method. But when the base suits, it's really safe because the CC aren't going to get in your way. You're doing a nice clean route in, eliminating threats, killing defenses on the way in, and look, just spamming those hogs down up on the top side of the base. They're just going to push through and immediately start converging at those archer towers where you can drop the heal spells down. You've got triple tester on the left, single tester on the right, but he's got heal spells spare. The cores are almost gutted already, and the raid is basically over before it even really starts. It's just, on bases like this, it's just easy when you this is why anti 2-star bases are a thing of the past now at the Town Hall 9 level. I wouldn't even bother considering anything but an anti-3-star base, even if you're not that good at 3-starring yet. Just rock it so it makes it harder for the enemy, because you can see how easy it is if you do the right thing in an attack, like Charizard's just done, using just a shattered Go-Ho-Wee-Wee from the bottom and hogs in from the north. There's nothing special happening there. It was just easy to do. That's taking nothing away from Charizard. But you can see how simple that raid was in the layout of it. So and how many hogs and everything he had left at the end. Time, nothing was going to be an issue for him. He just stomped it. Moving up to 26 now with the Holy. Let's have a little looky loot. And we have got a Go Wiz. Now, caveat here. Don't assume you can just go with any base and 3-star it. I've got to say, Holy is an absolute beast, alright? So don't just think, oh, that's an easy 3-star strategy, I'm just going to copy that. Because it does require some precision and timing. Now, feel free to watch it, take from it what you can, and apply that to your own raids. But I can't be the person to advocate this sort of attack because it's difficult to explain, but there's only certain bases it's going to work on, and that is bases where you can access pretty much the whole base through 4 jump spells. Now, that you might say that's most bases, but look what's happened already. His queen is now basically missed, and it's sticking outside. He's going to have to sort of force his way back in and use the jump spells early. So this sort of raid can lead to issues. I think it's easy to fail on. Whereas if you do a properly planned hog attack, I think you'll come off a lot better. Is all I'm trying to say. So if you're going to learn any strat, don't make it go whiz. Make it hogging. It's the most versatile army because you can add in your Valkyries, your different amounts of golems, different amounts of witches, healers, AQ walks. Goho is the most versatile army composition to learn. In fact, it's so complicated that it can take months and months and months to learn the variants of it. But once you start knowing how to scout the base and analyze what its weaknesses are, it will automatically start sinking into your head, which it happened to me. It took me a long time before I started getting my rhythm in Goho, months and months. So don't give up on it, but in the meantime, it is a pretty nice raid to use, and yeah, go Wiz, rocking it out with the 3-star. Oop, accidentally hit replay there, so good job to Holy. Looking at some max attack action coming up next. Where are you? With Savoni. Just going to have a little look. I think Tim might have just failed because I just saw him saying he was angry. Yeah, the max attack. So there's 3 air defences all lined up here. The Queen is quite far away. The question is, how can he get to the Queen? Now, I'm thinking that just to the top of the CC, can he break all through multiple layers here with his Earthquake? And I think we're about to find out, because he's going to have to find a route in to get to the Queen. So it's going to have to be a very precise drop, I think, to be able to do it. So he's breaking in at the moment. Oh, he broke through 2 layers. What a hero! Okay, so he broke through 2 layers with wall breakers, which is absolutely clutch, because now that's opened up the raid for him. He's got access to all these air defences, the Queen, the golems are going in, the heal spell's there. Notice he uses the heal spell next to the Barb King, so that the barbarians can stay alive and do some damage. That's the point of where the heal spell comes into use, to make most use of those barbarians. Queen's moving through nicely as well. There is 2 air defences left, but it's not going to be long before the 3rd air defence goes down, I don't think. Oh, if the Queen doesn't hit the town hall, King's on the final air defence now. I would have started the LaLoon a little bit later, to be honest, but maybe he wanted those hounds to pop, because if you look, there's a lot of damage got to happen to them before they're going to pop. The Loon's coming in on the back end. I mean, it's just massacre, really, for a better word. Lots of Loons left. Hound just soaking up that damage at the end. The Queen's coming in to help as well. So actually, if you look what's happened, the fact he did the early LaLoon has ended up helping him out, because it's kept his Queen alive, kept that the hounds have popped. So it works out really well. So very, very nice max attack by Savoni. Good to see. I think the next one we're going to show is an attack by me. Now, I'll show you the base. Let's have a look. And I'll tell you my thought process. So, what I was thinking of, I need to get into the Queen. And to me, this looks so simple. It just screams it. Rushing through, widespread on the golems at the bottom. So I'm doing a stone Goho, 3 golems. All the others outside defences, the cannon, the arch towers, just take them down with wizards. Break open the wall by the mortar, jump over the archer tower, and then I've basically taken the whole bottom side of the base down, then just hog the top side. It's that simple because it's an anti-2-star base, and that was my plan. It all went to crap, really, you'll see. I I was just getting the CC pull there, okay? So single giant, because the CC pull was so easy, and watch what I do. Just drop the poison straight on the CC when it comes out. What that's going to do is firstly kill the loons, so I don't need to worry about them, and it's going to put the dragon half health. So with that happening, that's just going to make my job of killing that kill squad all the easier, before I've even started the raid. So here we go. I'm going to just probably drop I think I want the dragon to come down bottom middle, so I'm probably going to drop the golem middle first. There you go. Then the queen right behind it. So the queen's going to go and get it soon. Then the suicide golem's down, wizards behind now. Just making sure I get a nice drop. I want those wizards to move forward and go and hit the defences. And I'm just letting the queen needs to go and take that dragon down soon. But she is taking a little bit of time to do it, but it is down now. And look, watch these wall breakers. Splat. There was the first bit of the fail. So that didn't work out. And you can see my wizards are doing a good job in cleaning up those outside defences, so that's a success. Happy with that so far. Golems are walking because the wall's not broken. Haven't got my jump spell down. Let my king batter through, so king luckily is being a bit of a hero right now. Golems have walked around, so already this raid you could say has been royally messed up now. The golems are doing their own thing. I've got the heroes going in alone. The queen was actually getting targeted by the arch tower then. But watch what I do now. A couple of giants down. All the hogs in from the north side of the base, and all I need to do now, put a heal spell each side, keep those hogs alive as much as I can, hoping there's no spring traps there. Giant bomb, hopefully the hogs are going to survive and carry on pulling through. There was a double. Hogs are converging in the core, and that's it. I mean, raid is essentially now over. None of the defences are left, so even though I screwed it up, I pulled it back. Because the raid design was so simple, and if it is that simple, do a simple sort of attack like I've just done. 3 golems to give you the tank, take down those bottom layer defense, push through the bottom, take down that whole bottom side of the base, get to the core, take the queen, king and everything down. It's going to kill your hogs, and then just complement in some hogs from the top side. You know, if the base is that symmetrical and that simplistic, approach it that way. That would be the advice I can give you, and that's what I wanted to show. It's not the best attack in the world, gee. So that's why I wanted to show that attack, so I could make a point. Now the X-Live attack. This is the opposite end of the scale. So this is much more complicated. So what he's doing a shattered goho. So 2 golems, wizards to create the funnel. And what that's naturally going to do is push the queen the opposite way. So he's breaking the golems in, look, and he's going to send his king in that way. So the hound's over there, but the beauty is, you know, the queen's not going to get distracted on the hound and sit there for ages. And in fact, he can almost forget about his queen now, because, excuse me, raged wall breakers in through the second layer, by the way, is clutch. His Valkyries are going to be the MVPs here. They're going to run through the base. They're going to go and get the queen. He's healed them. Perfect spot for the heal as well. He's going to probably rage them as well, I'd imagine. There they go. Look, he's already sort of ran through a huge portion of the base. Sending some hogs in to go and help take down that expo is absolute clutch as well. I love it when I see stuff like that, because he's thought, oh, I've missed a few I've run straight past a few defences, and he knows the expo is going to sit on the king for a while. So those couple of hogs in have gone absolutely clutch. So all he's doing is just throwing in those little groups of hog riders where he can to just add that bit of value to the raid to help take down those defences. And you can see a couple of point defence left, and he's just adding those hogs in. Doesn't need any spells to help them out. The queen's carrying on, moving around the outside of the base. She's going to come up to the Tesla soon after the barracks and take it down. Tesla's hit the queen. He's just sent in that final hog. It's just such a sick attack. If you can get that right, wow. I haven't tried it properly yet, but I love the way he always sets the queen close to the double golems to almost automatically push her the opposite way, and he can just forget about it. Hasn't used her ability. Hasn't had to. Don't think he's had to use a rage spell or anything on her. He's just left her going around the outside. She's cleared up half the base by herself, and that's the point of it. That's the value added you get from that raid. All that point defense gone. You're left with a minimal amount of hogs, so you really, really have to make the best use you can out of those hog riders, which is where the key of this raid is. And you can see that he had one heal spell, and that heal was for the Valks, not the hog riders. So, although you could say it's not a goho, technically it is. Hogs can add value to almost any army composition. Must say that. Same in loons, really. They can do. It just depends on the base. More traditional Shattered Goho here with a couple of loons to boot. He's either going to do front end loons or back end loons. We're going to find out as the raid goes on. Found an easy spot for funneling with the first wizard. The Shattered Goho is going down, so I'm going to keep explaining it. The Shattered is the double golem. The wizards are creating the funnel now. Nice funnel work. Now people don't can easily miss this, but funneling is so important. I mean, if you watch ClashCon, you know, you could see that when you know, the guy did a LaLoon and the king walked around the outside, meaning he didn't get the enemy queen down and didn't get the air defense down, automatically the raid's at a disadvantage. Unless you plan split heroes, you need to get funneling right. It's so basic, like in terms of just making it so that the troops don't you know, steer off course, but it's such an integral part of the raid. You can see he's identified that a couple of those two loons went and got a couple of defences down, or the 4 loons should I say, so that was really clutch. I liked that. And they've gone and got the wizard tower down, and now he's doing in the surgical deployment of the hogs. So he's going to need to, the Teslas are right pain when it comes to hogs because they do so much damage to them, but if you can work that to your advantage and just drop in some heal spells to help keep those hogs alive. You can see how he's doing small groups of hogs. I think there's a double giant bomb coming up now onto that expo. But I think he's going to have avoided it actually. Oh, here we go. Might have some big bacon there. We definitely got some bacon. But because he'd sent in hogs, different groups of hogs from different angles, it meant that he was actually okay. And he has got a load of hogs there, so that Tesla's got no chance. Single bombs aren't going to do much damage. Did take down a couple, but they'd have had much more value trying to get wall breaker fails. Anyway, the raid's over, just on cleanup now, so really nice attack. It highlighted a few things, adding extra value by identifying some defences would have easily taken down by loons, doing the different sort of staggered hog drops, so that he did get the double giant bomb trip, but it didn't get the whole squad of hogs, and you can see how that helped him because it meant that he was able to carry on moving through the base and take down the final defences. So you can, I'm going to use a sweeping statement now. You can hog any base out there can be used for goho. You can goho it. It's just what do you use to add value to it. So you can see Epic here. He's got hogs in his army. He's doing a goho, but he's added 8 Valkyries. He's added a Queen Walk. So he's experimented and built this raid arm. Now the Queen's going to move north naturally because of that nice funneling he's just done. So now we're going to probably see that he's going to converge in a golem and his Valkyries to meet the Queen and jump in the base. That would be the obvious thing to do, to go and take down the Queen, preferably a giant bomb spot. I'm just trying to keep my eye out for what's coming next, because I like to predict as much as I can, because sometimes I don't have time to go through the raid in detail, so I can come at you with pre-armed with knowledge. But as long as you can work out what he's worked out, which is what I tried to do, it'll give you an idea. So what he's done now is he's calculated a point where he needs his queen to meet the other queen. He's pre-raged it, so he knew that there was going to be some action going on over there. Okay, so he's done a split. So now that the queen's dead, he's sending in his Valkyries from a different angle, which means he's trying to take down a key amount of point defense. He's using funnel wizards, getting those Valkyries to go inside. Gonna need a jump spell soon, but the point here is, look, there's a hound in the CC. Tell me what there can target hounds. Like one wizard, the king, the Valkyries, they can't. So they're gonna essentially ignore it. And all he's gonna do now is add in a heal spell to keep the Valkyries alive. Now he's complemented in some hogs. I love the word complementing, I don't know why, the phrase. Adding in some hogs right for the back end, and he's going to use one heal spell. So the Queen's still moving around the base, taking out buildings. These hogs, he used the Golem and the Valks to take down another section of the base, and he's used the hogs to take down the final section of the base. So he's just systematically ripped this base apart. And these are the more complex sort of raids, but if you can do that in your own head, split the base down into sections. AQ Walker's taken down the Queen, a good chunk of the base. The Valkyries have taken down another huge section of the base, and then the Hogs have taken down the final section. So it's just identifying that. The Hound finally did pop, but so did the 100%, so don't really need to deal with that now, do we? Great attack by Epic. Lovely to see. These are farm wards, by the way. Look at the enemy score. 73 versus... Actually, they must have dropped a few threes on us. 19 3-stars. Wow. Okay, so this wasn't quite a farm war. Must have missed that one. They couldn't take down our 10s. Let's see who... Did I get 3'd? Ah! No. Unlucky bros. They did do fair play. Okay, in this case I'm switching this shout out to fair play to Best Bro. You did put up a good fight against us. I know we have got tough bases. I'm not going to show them because that would be stupid, but yeah, fair play for doing some real damage against us. Wasn't a farm war then, so we had to bring probably our A game. Anyway, Wizards creating the funnel. We've got a Go Vaho. Now Valkyries, we've almost found a newfound love for Valkyries. I know a lot of people have been using them the whole time, but a lot of our guys now have really started adapting them into pretty much most of their army comps. Whether it's 1 or 2 to help take down a few buildings, or 5 or 6 to just enforce a kill squad. We're finding newfound love and use for them. Earlier poison, come on. I was going to say, Endo, get your poison down. He's been known for missing poison before. Now, because the thing you got to be careful of is if those loons drop on the Valks, then Valkyrie raid over, or Valkyries raid the Valks part raid of the. Oh God, I can't talk. Anyway. Hogs coming in from the one side. He's got to be careful here because he's got skellies on them. Although the King's gone in and the Valks have gone in and just clutched that. I think there's going to be a double giant bomb trip here. Bacon potentially. Oh no, not a bacon spot in the end, which was I mean it was looking like one. Thrown in the Surgical Hogs for the rest. I love the fact he pretty much waited the entire time for that first group of Hogs to get to a spot where the others were going to sort of add in. So that's a really nicely placed heal spell. I've got a, it's the truth. And he's pretty much got a swag heal spell here. I don't think he's going to need to use it. In fact, if he doesn't use it, that is a massive fair play to him. You could have not used that, man. Those springs would have been a little bit annoying. Oh no, fair play. There were 2. I didn't see the arch towers right up at 12 o'clock. So he had, good choice. You'd have definitely failed if you didn't. Cleanups everywhere. So the base is done. It's game over. It's just how is he going to get to the dark storage? I think he's going to have to manually break through. All the Hogs are going to, the final Hogs are going to go and help. Now that they've broke through. But yeah, you can see adding the Valkyries in, it just creates that almost like the facility to gut the core, which is what you want, and then you can just hog the outside defences that are left, and you're pretty much there. There was a big chunk of the base he missed from the start, which meant that the Hogs had to travel through. So from like 9 o'clock through to 12, he had to just go through the hard way, but he had heal spells to help him do that. So hardy. Drags, no Valks, Drags, Hogs, triple heal. Let's have a look what he's going to do. So the Queen's in a position where he's obviously going to drag the Queen. Double giant bomb threats, one in the core between the sweeper and the AD, that's the obvious one. A couple of spots where the other could be, potentially between the Expo Wizard. No, I wouldn't have thought there actually. It could be at 12 o'clock. Maybe. The pathing doesn't really work on any of the double GBs, so probably going to be a couple of singles. So I would imagine he's going to. I don't know which side he's going to pick, northeast or west. He's definitely going to drag the Queen though. Let's just have a look, see how he's planned it out, because I don't know which. It depends if you know the traps or not. Like if the scout attack's already been done. I bet he was worried here that the drags are going to go and hit that army camp. Then they've come back, which is nice. He's almost forgot about those dragons now. I think he just assumes that they're going to go and get the job done. The giant there was to help his funnel. So if you missed what that was for, he is taking down the mortar, yes, but those wizards at the top, he needed to make sure that they were funneled okay. I'm going to zoom out now. The dragons have just taken down the queen. He's dropped in a loon as well, which I've got to say was a great idea. It's helped him take down that archer tower, although the archer tower hasn't gone down, which is kind of annoying, because it might make it easier a bit later. If he just throws a single hog in though, he should be able to get it done now. You can see that he'd planned for that arch tower to go down, so he's thrown in a couple of extra hogs. Now breaking in the king and the queen, the first double giant bombs hit. King's going to be on the king in a second. The hogs are moving through. Nice first heal spell, I liked that. I don't know where the second double giant bomb threat or the singles are going to be. This is what we were, but he's got 3 heal spells to deal with whatever comes now. So there it is. There's a single. Look, I mean, that was a 10-second scout, and I'd already figured out that it was a single double and 2 singles. But because he didn't have to, he used dragons to kill the queen, he could just choose an angle to get through to the giant bomb threat, kill the king as well, with his kill squad, and then the hogs could just come through. And they've come through the bottom and just moved through the base. And look how many hogs he's got left as well. Just ridiculous. So is it? I don't think that's. I think that base seemed a little bit too straightforward almost. What he could have done is move the air defence in a more compromising position. Added a seeking air mine down by the enemy queen down by the southern defences, so to prevent the dragons. So he could have made the dragons fail, because if the dragons would have failed, then the hogs would have failed. But he's got so many hogs left. That is such a nice attack. I'm just going to play it again. In quad speed. Look, so dragons got them going towards the queen. Golem in the top, couple of just creating the funnel there. The golem's almost dead by the time the troops are going in, so just sending in the king and the queen. Picked an angle. He's just going to move straight through the base now from east to west. Got added a few hogs in the back end as well. And that was it. When you can do a base with 3 heal spells, geez, you can as you can see, steamroll it. So great attack, great attack. Let's carry on moving through. Now this is where we split. So those are all the town lines I'm going to show, but there are a couple of bases I wanted to show you. Now the reason for this is because we've got a noob account. I say noob account. An account where we're building it up for certain reasons for testing, basically for Town Hall 10, but it's still a Town Hall 9 at the moment, and it's the weakest base in our clan because it's got no defences, but also because it's got level 15 heroes, or is that 16 and 15? Yeah. So in this war, in this example, we've been able to use our weakest base to hit, which you can see is number 30, to take down one of their Town Hall 10s. So what he's doing, LaLooning one portion of the base to get the defences down, and all that's going to do, which is the point of it, is create a lot of percentage, because the difficulty always is getting the percentage to allow you to get the extra star. So getting the town hall, you can see, is not going to be an issue. It's an anti 3-star base. We didn't need to try and 3-star this base. We just needed to try and 2-star it. Obviously they knew that it was going to be potentially one that could be 3-star because of the level of the defences, so they did an anti 3-star design on it. Hound in the CC, so it's just sort of distracting that and using then a mini sort of golem heroes in to go and kill the enemy town hall. So quad earthquake, I imagine he's going to use that straight over the town hall pretty much to just break in, or he's just going to allow his queen to sit back and take it down. I don't know where he's going to actually use it. we're gonna here we go, look. There goes the earthquake. King's now going to go in. The queen is set back. He's going to drop a rage any second now, just to, there it is. All he needs to do is get his queen on the town hall. His king's going to go up and get distracted by whatever. But there, and look at the minions he's got around the outside of the base now. So he's been able to pick up a huge amount of percentage. The town hall was quite a straightforward hit. And yeah, it was an anti 3-star design that just meant it was very easy to 2-star, so much so that we could use our lowest level player to get the extra star. So on that note, Here's another one. Number 4 as well. So emphatic echoes. That's why I wanted to show this video. These Town Hall 10 attacks, because these are dipping up, and it's just crazy. It's crazy to see level 15 heroes taking down a base like this. So I hope you guys, that gives you some idea. Town Hall 9's dipping up can add value, because it means your Town Hall 10s can dip down if they need to. I don't know if we ended up having to use any dips in this one. Obviously dips are, you've got to do what suits you to win the war. And if you've got an example like this where you can just hit a lower level base, I mean, what he's doing now is using surgical loons to hit basically take down key defenses. And what that's going to mean is that his minions, you can see he's got 18, only level 3, but 18 of them on the minions. It means he can just get huge amounts of percentage from it. Single hog in to pull the CC, poison straight on it to kill the loons that are inside anything that wasn't the hound, because anything else that comes out of that CC will be killable by poison. And then he's going to send again, just get rid of the hound, you know. Use the arch trick. You always need to use 2 archers, healer straight onto the archers, look, and then the hound will go down and be distracted, and there you go. So he's now using the minions to create the percentage, and now he's going to think of he's going to do an attack into that town hall. Basically, he's got 1 rage spell to do it, quad earthquake to break in. I'd imagine he might go in just by that cannon, just to the north of that cannon. Actually, that seems like a direct earthquake in. No, I was completely wrong. It happens a lot. Okay, so he's going to earthquake over where the air defense is and just break in the first level. Everyone needs to be very careful with mortar timing and shells and stuff. Oh no, he's been able to get straight in. So now the king's going down, the queen's going to go down. It's going to be a well-placed rage, which is going to really help him here. The wizards are helping take down. Just took down a Tesla there. You just got to basically just try and get the king running up front, distracting, and then the queen should naturally move in to get onto town hall eventually. But look at the town hall's health already. It's getting quite low. Queen's now hitting it and done. The raid's over. Look, I mean, it's just... if you get these anti 3-star designs, it leaves them very susceptible to being 2-starred. And as you can see, we won the war comfortably without having to get any town hall 10 trips. And I'll tell you now, in 99% of wars, if you can clear the 9s and 2-star the 10s, you obviously in town hall 9 and 10 heavy wars, you won't need to hit any town hall 10 trips to win. We haven't had to use town hall I mean, even the war versus golden goblins, now they should have won that because they hit 3 town hall 10 trips and we hit 0, but we cleared all the town hall 9s, and they didn't clear 4, which meant that we won. Even though they got 3 town hall 10 trips versus 0. So if you can get the town hall 9 game right, and clear them all, and learn those advanced go-ho AQ walk strategies, and just get your... I mean, you'll see here, a lot of the town hall 10 2-stars were relatively comfortable. Got Mang, I'm sure Watt's in here somewhere, D-Dollar, Gusty, 86% there. I'll show you the 86% actually, and then we'll call it a day on the recap. Yeah, it's level 2 Inferno, so he's just doing a Go Whiz. A couple of 4 hogs in as well. I wonder what those hogs are going to be for. Just sort of Go Whiz can be very effective at Town Hall 10, but he's going in from almost like the opposite side of the Town Hall, you can see. So the risk here is he going to get the Town Hall? He needs to travel quite a way through the base. Wizards taking down a lot of defences, which is great. It's what you need them to do. Queen moving in nicely. He almost like splits the heroes. Look, he just needs that queen to go the right way. But his queen needs to take down... is currently on the hound. Once that's down, that's going to pop and just be annoying. And the queen's going to have to deal with that. But once that's through, he can basically carry on moving through the base. Getting to the point now, he needs the queen to move inwards, which she's going to do. The king's in the core. Come on, queen, go inside. Yes, finally. Something pulled her in. But now he's in the core. Naturally, all the buildings that are around the core are going to go down. He's already hit the 50%. The queen's just going onto the town hall now, so that's already done. Adding it... I missed where the hogs went in. damn it. Sorry. But anyway, yeah. Racking up a huge percent, and remember, percentage matters now, because if it's a draw, I mean, you might have seen in the ClashCon event, if it's a draw, it comes down to percentage for the win, and yeah, there you go. So if you can get these sort of level high, and he could have even potentially gone for the 3-star on this base. Now the Queen's gone stupid now. If she would have carried on going the right way with the golems tanking for her, you never know. This very easily could have turned into a 3-star. So unfortunate for what, but huge percentage, nice clean easy win. So there you go. I have shown a 10 on 10 on 10 on 10 2-star. First for everything. Hope you enjoyed this recap. Great mix of raids, great war by the look of it. So I always like putting up this video action packed with content. If this is your first time watching my channel, please subscribe. You know, I do these sort of videos daily. Really do try and hit the daily uploads, which my loyal fans can back me up on. And yes, tell your teammates about me, because I'll try and show all the more advanced strategies. Anyway, see you on the next one, guys. Peace.